What do you think is an integral and what is it useful for? An integral is to sum up the accumulated numbers like a curve, like the area under a curve. So we have this signal for a factorials that it is very common in mathematics to see this symbol. Now let's explore these examples. I have an algebraic example, just one that is quite complicated, not so much. Let's go for the first one. When you go through an example of factorials, you just know that it is a multiplication of 4 plus the integral factor for the factorial of 4 is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 4 times 3 equals to 12. 4 times 3 equals to 12. 12 times 4 equals to 24. Times 1, 24. 21. So this is the first answer. Now 6. The integral of 6 is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And now let's multiply. 6 times 5 equals to 30. 30 times 4. 30 times 4. 3 times 4 equals to 12, 120. 120 times 3. And let me here. Or let's do it manually. So 30. 1. So with 30 times 4 equals 100, 120. 120 times 3. 120 times 3 equals to 3 times. So it will be 30. 300 and 20 times 3 equals to 246. 360. 360 times 2 times 2 equals 3 times 2. 3 times 2 equals to 6. 600 and 2 times 6. 6 times 2 equals to 12. 12 times 2 equals to 12. That will be another 120. That will be 720 times 1 equals to 720. Now this is quite short. 6 times the integral of 2. Since we already know that the integral of 6 is 120, we just type 120 here. 120 times 2 times 1. 2 times 1 equals to 2. 120 times 100. Let's put it here. 2 times 1 equals to 2 times 120. 120 times 2 equals 200. 240. 240. That's the result for the integral of 6 times the integral of 4 and of 2. Now what would happen? You will have a fraction, a numerator with a denominator. So this as 8 times 7 times 6 times and so on and so forth. But what we can do is simplify these things. Since we can represent that 7 factorial, all those numbers that will follow the 7, and in the denominator the 7 factorial, we simply just simplified and we have just now, well, it's kind of complicated the next topic, so let's erase and let's get a space for the example of an algebraic example. I have it here and I wrote it on the palm of my hand, by the way. So let's write it with this color, and so will be n integral over n. Well, let's use another variable. Let's use my name. Let's use Jesus. Jesus. So let's imagine that Jesus is 1. Let's imagine Jesus equals to 1. So 1 plus 1. And I'm not doing this because let's use another number. I don't want anyone to say things. You use 1 just because it's easy to. Let's use 7. Let's use 9. 9 over 9 integral. So this it will be equal to 9 plus 1 equals to 10. The integral of 10 and over 9. So this can be represented as 10 times 9 and the integral of 9. And so we have 9 here. This can be represented as like this. So what we can see here is that it is just plus another number. Sorry, I missed it. I missed it here. That was why I was surprised, but something was missing. That's what I said. I missed the integral. So in this case, it will simplify itself as 2. This will be simplified as 10. 10. So the answer for this is just the variable plus 1. That's the answer. You can simplify that just n plus 1 is the answer for this equation. So now let's do it, you and I together, but not with numbers. This is just to exemplify that. Now let's do it with algebraic expressions, just with variables. Let's use black. What is this equals to? This is equals to j times 1 j times y, and one value less than j plus 1, it will be equals to j. One value that is less than j plus 1, it will be just j minus 1. So, and this j times j minus 1. In this case, which you can simplify this j plus 1, j and j minus 1, and you just get j plus 1. That was what I just told you. If you find this video helpful, give us a like. If it is not too much to ask, subscribe. I do make funny videos as well, other than this complicated stuff mathematically. And so I'm living in a cocoa farm. So if you would like to see a few of the pictures or the chocolate we produce, yes, subscribe to the channel. You will see a lot of interesting videos and funny as well. So thanks for watching. See you next time.